Gunfreak Nation. It's the president, TElectrik. And what I want to know is, Gunfreak Nation, are y'all prepared for civil unrest? Because at the trajectory that this country is going, that this current administration is, what they are doing to this country, the destabilization, this country is being destabilized by this current administration. They wreaking havoc on the country, and at the same time, they're fueling proxy wars that's going on over in Europe and the Middle East. And never before have I seen the climate of just being so unstable, and with the borders being wide open, and you got millions and millions of people, forget crossing the border, I'm talking about flying, they flying these people in. Okay? And let's get this straight. This channel was not an anti-migrant channel. We love and appreciate everybody here in the Gunfreak Nation. But what we don't go for is the criminal element. Some of them are gangs, some of them are terrorists, and we already dealing with enough American savages. But that's either here or there. What I'm here to talk about now with you, Gunfreak Nation, is I need to know, when this government collapse and it's a breakdown in law. Matter of fact, there is no more police. For all those people that's out there, oh yeah, if they wind up in your house, call 911. Just pick up the phone and call 911. Well, it ain't gonna be no 911 to call, because everything has collapsed and shut down. So what I want to know, Gunfreak Nation, we got to come together. We got to unite. We got to stay in communication with one another, because so much damage has been done to this country that, man, I see that a crisis, a breakdown in society. I could just see that literally right around the corner. Literally right around the corner. Civil unrest. And I need to know what y'all gonna do to protect your family, man, because what's happening to the country is not, man, I'm telling you, we are being devastated. And at the same time, the same people that's in the office, if she get in office, one of the main culprits, and I don't even want to mention her name, she already saying she gonna do a mandatory gun buyback. That mean, for those who don't know what mandatory mean, that mean you don't have no choice but to give it up. Well, guess what? I lost mine in a boating accident, and I'm not getting on no boat no time soon. But you're not taking my guns. But what I'm telling you, Gunfreak Nation, listen, get your food up, man. Stock up on your food. Stock up on all your supplies, your medical, your food, your water, and most important, your guns. Because that's what's going to save you. That's what's going to protect you. That's what's going to protect your food. That's what's going to protect, your family. So stock up on that. Because if you don't have a gun, like I said previously, if you don't have a gun to protect your household, then you just basically storing that stuff, stocking up your supplies for somebody else to come along to take it that have a gun. Gunfreak Nation, listen, you need to be prepared at all times, because we are definitely living in some perilous times, man. Every time, I turn on the TV, I'm getting the worst of the worst, man. Shootings, mass shootings, man, home invasions, man. They're coming in and they unaliving people. They're catching people that's not prepared. You got to have the mindset. The weapon is just merely a tool. But if you don't have the mindset of being savage ready, then you can have 100 funky town senders, and it's not going to serve any purpose. So you have to create your mindset. You almost got to think like a savage itself. You got to be savage when you're dealing with these savages. Now, I told y'all about the guy that was pistol whipped because he went out and checked, on his car because the alarm went off. I assume he didn't have cameras. I assume he didn't have a funky town sender to protect him and his family, him and his wife. And that's why they were violated on the worst type of level. You hear me? So you have to be ready. I'm telling you that something is going down. This country cannot sustain what is happening to it. Now, you got a lot of people that got their head in the sand and they not paying attention to what's going on. Do y'all understand that we are at the threshold of World War III? What's going on over in the Russian-Ukraine war? And do you realize that they are fighting Russia with weapons that Biden has provided to them? Matter of fact, they have invaded Russia up to 100 miles, I believe, now. And they attacking them with weapons that we supplied. Then we got the Middle East blowing up. Then we dealing with the border crisis, where you cannot tell me that there's no terrorist that has not crossed that border. We already know about the hardcore Venezuelan gangs. Now, I got an email from a brother that say that they have made it right here in Michigan. I don't know whether they're in Detroit yet, but they are here in Michigan. And I assume they're going to be in Detroit because they love to send them in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them, with their camps and stuff set up out there in the burbs yet. But I'm going to tell you something, like I told you before. Don't get it twisted and think because you out there in them suburbs that you good. Man, this summer, all I heard, it was more incidents happening out there in the so-called better neighborhoods in the suburbs than it was right here in the hood. Because guess what? Savages, they don't want to rob broke people. They're going to go where the money at, or where they assume where the money at. So for all those people out there, my neighborhood is the best neighborhood, man. It's safe. I can leave my door, unlocked and stuff, man. Ain't nothing going to happen, all right? Don't listen to me, but you will soon be finding out in the worst way, and it'll be too late. I'm trying to get y'all to stay alive and stay, savage ready with that situational awareness. You cannot let that devil, you cannot let that savage get the drop on you, point blank, period. And one more thing, man, that's been nagging me and tugging on my heart is the Eastern Market shooting that I touched on, and that, if you have to pull your gun, I'm going to tell y'all something. Please, please, please listen to me. Listen to me. If you ever find yourself in a heated altercation, walk away, because ain't nothing good gonna come out of it. This is not the 80s, the 1980s. This is not the 1990s when you could just pull your gun and be like, what? And walking around looking crazy. You can't do that. They used to do that all the time in the 80s. They used to do that all the time in the 90s. I've seen it. Hell, I might have even done it once or twice. You can't do that no more. Because how it is now, you pull your gun and you have no intention of using it, the other person, you never know what the other person got. And once when you pull your gun, they can pull their gun and unalive you. And guess what? They ain't gonna have to do no jail time. It's self-defense. So for those who out there that got their CPLs and they feel like because they mad or in a heated argument, you know, having an altercation, a confrontation, please, I'm begging you, walk away. Don't pull your gun. Because I'm going to tell y'all something about that incident. And I want to do a more detailed video on it because, but because of YouTube policies, man, I don't want to get the channel taken down, you know, because this video exists of the altercation. And I'm just telling you this. You don't motion like this for somebody that you clearly see has a gun in their hand to come up to you. He knew what he was going to do. That was premeditated murder. He motioned for that guy because he knew he had a gun on him. You don't, if you in fear of your life, you're not going to motion for a person to come up to you that got a gun in their hand. And not only did he, you know, unalive the guy that walked up to him, he unalive somebody that was innocent trying to break it up. So I'm going to go as far as this, man. I hate to say this, but I want y'all to live. So if you see a heated confrontation, I'm going to tell y'all, I wouldn't even try to intervene in it, because this guy tried to intervene in it and he no longer here. At the end of the day, you got to get home to your family, and you got to mind. Sometimes you just got to be a witness. You got to mind your own business. Even though the guy that got unalived, the innocent guy, it was his event, so I understand why he was trying to intervene in it, because it was his event and he was trying to break it up, you know. But if you know, people have got so scandalous. Everybody is so quick and so fast to resolve their issues and disputes by the gun. And that's not the way to go. That's not it. That's why I stay to myself. I stay in my lane. I mind my own business. But if you intending on bringing that to me, then I'm going to respond, because guess what? I want to live. I want to make it back home to my family. You try to break up in my house, I want to live. I want my family to live. So I got to do everything in my power to send you to Funky Town, to protect, my family. But I'm just saying that at the course of the way the world is going right now, and the course that the country is on now, and she trying to get another 4 years, and she's already part of the fuck shit, part of the problem why the country is so fucked up right now. Can you imagine another 4 years of open wide borders? Can you imagine another 4 years of just inflation, man? We about to collapse. And y'all need to be ready for this. Gun Freak Nation, I got nothing but love for you. You are an extension of me, and I am an extension of you. And we got to stick together and, be united, man. Get your Funky Town senders ready. I want to hear from y'all, Gun Freak Nation, what y'all gonna do. And another thing, the channel is growing. So I need the type of views. Do this favor for me. I need the type of views that I'm getting. It should be more subscribers. We on the verge of hitting 23,000, but thousands of people come to this channel every week. Thousands. I need y'all, if y'all love y'all guns, if y'all love y'all families, if y'all love communicating and watching the video, the content, I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. I need y'all to hit that like button. It don't cost a thing. I want you to be proud of yourself that you armed. Don't listen to the idiots that's, oh, you don't need no gun, man. What you need a gun for? You a punk? You know, all you need is this. Those people are fools. If you think you're going to fight your way out of, 4 or 5 armed, well-armed, heavy-armed savages running up in your house with this, or even a knife or a bat, mace, no! You're going to be unalive. So, Gun Freak Nation, I love you. I need you to stay armed. I need you to stay responsible with your firearms. I need you to stay righteous and be ready to send that savage to Funky Town. Salute, Gun Freak Nation. Love y'all.